we really wanted to create this experience where you can come here, spend the day here, play paddle, maybe take a work call, maybe do a little fitness workout, grab a beer. One of the main things we wanted to do with this indoor space is still make it feel like alive and green, like a park. And so they really helped us create that vision.
Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Padel Smash Academy. Today we're doing a beautiful club review in Park Padel in San Francisco. One of the most iconic paddle clubs here in North California. I mean, I've been in contact with them for quite a few years already since they started, and we're here with Katie Lampert, one of the co-founders, co-owners, co-visionaries, and multitasking, do everything co-owner. So Katie, welcome to the channel. We walked into this place. Wow, what a beautiful place. You guys, I came here and this Neil showed me this place. It was completely empty. And you guys created just a beautiful, beautiful paddle club. Congratulations.
Who designed it? I got to tell you, we visit a lot of clubs, and even when you first walk in, the design, the details, the layout, I think is excellent. It's perfect. 6 courts. I mean, who designed it? And you know, do you have a designer?
We did. We worked with an excellent architect. They're called BBA Studio.
Okay.
And they had created very beautiful spaces that the three of us, myself and my other 2 co-founders, Neil and Jessica, loved in the city. They did some bars, some outdoor spaces that we really loved. And they were super excited about doing this project with us. And, you know, one of the things that we're Park Padel. Our first location was outdoors. One of the main things we wanted to do with this indoor space is still make it feel like alive and green, like a park. And so they really helped us create that vision.
So the first one, was that to kind of see if there's a market, kind of build your community before you go ahead and you know, even think about opening up another club?
Definitely, yeah. So our first club was in downtown San Francisco. Still there. We started with 2 courts and we added a third a year later. It's sort of in an iconic spot. It's in Embarcadero Plaza, right across from the Ferry Building, which is kind of a tourist hub, but also a commuter hub as well. People coming in through the ferry. We're right in the middle of downtown, so it was also just kind of had built-in marketing for the sport.
A lot of traffic there.
A lot of traffic. People the first year was mostly people coming up and being like, oh, look at these pickleball courts, and us having to run, like, yes, this is not pickleball. Now, even just within a year, people walking by no longer say that. They're like, oh, I think this is this sport paddle that I heard about. Which
you got some motivation on those shirts, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was our
So once you saw that there was a demand and you had somewhat of a market, what was your next step? I mean, was it putting together a business plan, raising some funds, you bootstrapping this, and then, of course, real estate, finding the location? Talk to us about those things.
Yeah, definitely. So our first, essentially a friends and family round helped us put up Embarcadero. And then when we realized we wanted to start exploring our second location, we did want to focus on finding an indoor space.
Okay.
You know, San Francisco can get a lot of rain, which you guys experience these past 2 days. And so we really wanted a place that we could have, open close to 365 days a year. It's actually, ceiling height is very important, obviously. Yeah. It's really hard to find buildings like this in San Francisco proper, so we kind of had to look around the surrounding areas. South San Francisco is a great it's an industrial town, but has these great big warehouse buildings. And there's a lot of transformation in the area as well. A lot of tech companies are actually moving down here and opening up their headquarters here, and things like that. We're actually in the middle of the biggest biotech hub in the world.
Wow.
So Genentech is right here, and a lot of other biotech companies. And so the areas like driving, we really wanted a place that had great amenities like bathrooms, locker rooms. So this space was perfect because we could fit 6 courts. which is also hard. Oftentimes, the buildings that we found, sometimes the column spacing is weird, and so we were really able to utilize all of this space, get 6 courts in here, and still have our lounge space, bathrooms, locker rooms, office area, gym, and work pods. We really wanted to create this experience where you can come here, spend the day here, play paddle, maybe take a work call, maybe do a little fitness workout, grab a beer, and really have it be
Lifestyle,
yeah, lifestyle.
And so you mentioned you had 2 other partners, right?
Yes.
So what are the responsibilities of each partner?
Yeah. So Jessica Talbert is our CEO. Neil Chinani is our CFO and CTO. And then I am the COO. But we really all do everything.
And I know you and Jessica are here full time.
Yes, we are here
Good.
full time. Yes. Yeah, we left our jobs in tech and haven't looked back.
So let me ask, going back to what you were saying about the biotech companies here. Are you guys getting any traffic from all these big companies, people who work there and all that?
Yeah, so what's been really great is I think especially coming off of COVID, a lot of companies were trying to find ways to bring their teams back into the office, to do things all together in person. And so we've found, a lot of companies love hosting offsites here, team building events. We get a lot of, corporate interest for events like that. And we also have groups hosting big birthday parties here. And we wanted to make sure we had a setup in the lounge too. So if people, if for a corporate event, folks wanted to do like a presentation for their team and then get on the court and do something active, they could kind of have the best of both of those worlds.
So now when did you guys open? Was there...
We opened in this location in November 2023.
Oh,
yeah.
It's 2023.
Oh, I'm sorry. This location 2024, Embarcadero 2023.
Yeah. Okay, so
a little over a year.
Yeah, a little over a year.
Yeah, so let's go back a little bit in history because I think for our viewers and listeners, they love to hear those stories. Yeah. So let's go back in time. I know Neil and Jessica went to Spain on a vacation. They saw paddle, they play a little bit, they fell in love with it,
yes.
Right? Yeah. So they came back and they said, okay, let's put a paddle club in San Francisco. So why don't you tell us, tell us a little bit that process, how it went from falling in love with the sport to the challenges of Embarcadero and then this one.
And how did you get involved? How was? Were you
how did you come into that equation? Were you in Spain with them?
I was in Europe at the same time.
Okay.
And so it's funny. We were all traveling. I had just I was taking some time off of work. They were working U.S. hours but traveling in Europe. So we saw paddle everywhere there.
Okay.
And
what part of Europe were you?
I was in France, Italy.
So you saw it there, then
I saw it there. In Spain, so Jessica and I are friends from college. We played rugby together. Sports have always connected us. We've always, sort of been interested in doing something that promotes an active lifestyle. Always talked about starting a company together. And so when we saw the sport and just how addicting it was we saw people just staying on the court for hours, and then how interesting it was to also watch as a spectator. We were just super interested in that dynamic and what made that product just very addicting and sticky. And we all come from tech, so we were like, there's a great opportunity here. It looks like a great user experience for everybody involved. And so and when we came back, we realized there's nowhere to play. So we spent a week in Miami.
Yeah,
actually,
I remember that's when we met.
My first lesson was with Julian, which was super, super fun. And we spent some time at all of the clubs there, and just saw what a great, community was being formed around the sport.
I'm curious, which club inspired you the most when you were in Miami?
Well, Julian was at Wynwood, and that was
wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah. Wynwood was great, and
at the time there wasn't that many clubs.
No, there were not that many clubs.
Maybe
we were able, it was right also when Reserve opened, and we were able to. I don't think
Reserve Seaplane.
Yes,
the first one. Yeah.
I don't think we were able to. I don't think they were open to the public yet. They let us go in and walk around and look at the space, and it was so beautiful. And we were like, this is the feel that we want to recreate. Yeah. And
Open Paddle, I think that was open. That was indoor. I think the first indoor club. See that one?
I don't think we saw that one. We saw
Rail
Paddle.
Paddle.
And then we also saw Ultra.
Yeah.
I think it's expanded since then.
Yeah, Ultra was a smaller Ultra. Yeah.
Ultra had just opened around that time too. So that was, we just saw like the excitement starting around the sport, and just our initial conversations with folks in Miami were like, this is gonna like take off in California.
Yeah.
So we started looking for
So
space.
how is the community here? I mean, you opened up the one outdoors, started building a community. You opened up your indoor one now. It's been a year. How are you doing? Is there is a return on investment there yet for your investors? How are you doing? How is the community?
Yeah.
Do you have people coming? Are you filling spots in prime time? And how are you doing with the non-prime time hours?
Yeah.
Because
We also
this is
opened
kind of
our-
new. This is still kind of new in this. In here.
Definitely, yes. And we opened our third location actually in April of this year in West Sacramento, which is 4 courts outdoors in a really beautiful spot called the Bridge District right on the river. So
You guys went fast, huh?
yeah. So we're 3 locations in. I think Embarcadero, like you guys pointed out, sort of had its own. It's just had its own marketing built in, so people just were able to see it as they were going to work or going to the farmers
Good
market,
exposure there.
ferry building, and so we got just a lot of interest from people just seeing it. Here it was a little bit more challenging to like let people know that we were here, and so we had to just do a ton more. Just put a ton more effort into marketing this place, going around to these businesses, flyering, like good old fashioned marketing. And we also, one thing that really sort of was the unlock for us was originally our memberships were per location. So, you would either have a membership for Embarcadero or have a membership here. A couple months in, we actually opened it up so that if you had a membership, purchased a membership with us, and we didn't actually increase the price. We just said you now have access to both clubs. We got so many people from San Francisco.
Really?
in here.
Well, wow, very
So
interesting.
the other marketing that you did, like going to these corporate places or social media, what seemed to work for you guys?
I think that so bringing the community from San Francisco here was a great sort of catalyst. Because what you need people who are new to the sport, don't have their group that they know who to play with. So what we do is we build programming around socials and Americanos where you can come as a single player or maybe come with a friend. We rotate you through different partners, and then you find your crew, then you find the group that you love to play with. And so you really need sort of that volume to start the flywheel. And so bringing some of the San Francisco community here helped that flywheel to get going.
So people would drive from San Francisco to here to play?
And we even noticed people were like, if people didn't have cars, like someone would carpool everyone down here.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah, so.
I mean,
It's addictive.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about, I know you guys had some challenges on Embarcadero. What were the challenges to have in a public place? What were the challenges there, and then what were the challenges here when you opened?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny because like the great thing about being out in the open in downtown San Francisco also means you're very exposed.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more that goes into securing that location and making sure. I mean, we're operating in downtown San Francisco, so we have to have someone there sort of at all times, and we've had just excellent staff who have just taken care of that place and made sure that it's stays like a warm, welcoming, safe environment for everyone there. It's beautiful and amazing on a sunny day, but it's also it can get really especially with the rain and things like that sometimes. It's difficult, but we've had really great staff who have just maintained the space and kept it just writing really. And then down here, I think like I said, the challenge is just making sure people know that we're here, and again, I think we're now a little over a year in. People know, and people are starting to share it with their friends, and the corporate events that we have, we're getting people who come here now right after work to come play, and it's really been building.
That's a great idea. Reserve does that a lot with the corporate events, which is a great idea. Okay, I'm gonna give you a tough question. So it's been a little over a year. So are you guys in the black yet? Look at that laugh.
Answer that question.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Understand that in a location that people don't know about paddle, and you're still educating them.
Yeah.
It could take 12, 14, 16, 18 months.
Yeah.
But you guys had another location prior, so you were already creating your community and you're following your network. So did that help shorten that time, or are you almost there?
We're almost there.
You're almost
Okay,
there.
but are you happy where you are? What was that the projection?
Yeah. We were super excited to see just like the growth of this place over the last few months.
Oh, great. What do you think contributed to that?
Yeah. Okay. One factor was actually the range.
Okay.
Because a lot of people,
helps.
they couldn't play at their outdoor location, so they came here.
You think there's any retention from that? Once they come in, it's like, oh, haven't been here. And so,
Definitely. And
okay.
I mean, it's like those people will, on a beautiful sunny day, go play at Embarcadero. If it's a little cold and chilly, come play here. And we're just excited to have that option for people.
Okay.
We also, have started building the community. We're on the peninsula, and so we're actually getting a lot of volume from folks who live not in the city, so driving up from the peninsula, and we're seeing a ton of crossover from other racket sports, obviously, like tennis. There's a huge tennis community in Burlingame and in the peninsula, and we're seeing a lot of those folks also come here and start to.
So how did you penetrate into those areas, into those networks?
So we had.
Or is it just, they just heard about it and they just want to try it out? How did you?
I think a lot of tennis players are now, are all starting to.
It's on the radar.
It's on the radar.
Yeah.
And so we do get just a lot of, organic interest that way. We had actually a couple people in the training who are really experienced tennis coaches in the Bay Area.
I think people just Google paddle in my community, and you guys have a website and SEO, and that comes up, and you get something from, okay.
And then the folks who are, there are sort of like nodes in our community who then share this with their network. So our tennis coaches who are part of our community are, talk to their students about checking this out, and that's another way that we've kind of spread the word.
Great.
So what would you, you've been now a paddle entrepreneur here in the United States, West Coast. What would you tell to the ones that are listening that they're exploring the possibility to open a paddle club? What will be your recommendations? What will be your advice to those?
This is my space. Get away from it.
Oh my gosh. I would say don't do it alone. It's just been so rewarding having partners working on this together, and find someone who you work really well with, and has a different skill set than you.
Yeah, right.
So,
adds value to the team.
Yeah, definitely. And so I have that with my co-founders, which is extremely. I think it's actually a little rare. So make sure you are solid in your. Assessment of the relationship and are ready to move forward into a business relationship.
That's key. That's key. We might use both.
Yes, exactly.
Which is not good.
And then I would say you are like the community manager as a club owner, right? So you are here.
You're the face of the club.
Yes, and you're getting on the court, playing with people, Well, if we don't have a coach here, someone walks in, you're getting them on the court, showing them the basics. You're running events where you're, bringing people together, saying, oh, you're this level, you like playing at this time, you should meet this person. And then you're really kind of building the community that way, and sort of a matchmaker in some senses. I think just you are a crucial part of the community as a club owner, and making sure that you're you're here, you're interacting with all of the customers and helping.
Okay, so now let's talk about the club. You have 6 courts here, right? What brand did you go with when it comes to the courts?
We did Padel Gallus.
Padel Gallus, okay, great. And you guys have, I can see a pro shop there.
Yeah.
Different types of racket. Or are you specific to one?
We are Wilson and Babolat are
Okay.
2. Yeah.
Do you see the people here leaning towards those brands that they recognize from tennis?
Yes.
I'll see,
definitely.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys have bathrooms and showers?
And showers, yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That is excellent.
Did you guys try them out? Or?
No, but I mean, we saw them, and I love we always say it's all about the little details.
Yeah.
You know, the moment you step through the door, what is your feeling that again? We know the sensory marketing there.
Yeah.
You know, and the design, the look and feel, the warmness of the place.
The
You don't
furniture.
feel it in other places.
Yeah, the furniture.
You know,
the
and
plants.
the little details. You know, the water fountains all over the club. The coffee maker, the tea that you can make yourself, the refrigerator for you to have your drinks. It makes you feel like you're in your home. This is my home.
Welcoming.
You know, you're welcome. I want to stay here longer.
So great to hear.
And that really makes a difference. You know, I mean, the coffee in the mornings, the beer in the afternoons. You just want to stay here, and you have places to sit. They're comfortable. So that makes and I want to congratulate you because I haven't seen the club finish and. You know, the lamps, I mean, you guys did such an amazing job. The light plants, it's just fantastic. I mean, I really, really love the space and
what you did with it.
it's fantastic. So why don't we talk a little bit now about the programs you offer, who are the coaches and all these things.
So right before that, I also saw there's a workout area, right?
Yes.
Okay, so do you have, what type of equipment you have there, and do you see that expanding a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, so we have like 2 Pelotons, a squat rack, an erg, and just dumbbells and, TheraBands. And we also have Hyperice recovery.
Yeah.
So we have one station over there and then one over here in the lounge. So you can, and a pair of NormaTec boots.
I got to tell you that yesterday, some of the players, they finished playing, they were stretching over there.
Cooling down.
Before they came to play, they were, warming up and all that. I think that's a great, that's what makes a difference between, a great club and just a paddle club,
Now, do you see anything else you adding to this? I see you have the volley machine.
We have the volley machine, which has been incredible. Our customers love it. We got these 2 kind of work pods so that people can take calls.
Those were, I thought they were sort of like a red light sauna or something.
I was going to go back to the future. I thought I had a flux capacitor in there, and I wanted to go back 10 years at least.
Yeah.
Do people use those?
Yeah, definitely.
That's good.
Especially when it gets like really,
Loud.
and lively in here. It's a great spot for people
Very
if
smart.
they need to, take a call and
A
they don't
professional
have to go
call.
outside in the parking lot.
Right,
Yeah,
professional
so-
call. You hear the ping to the that's very
beautiful.
smart.
I mean, a large part of our community does work from home, and so to have them be able to we also have a members office right there.
Oh, really?
Yep. So they can and just put the sign on the door that just says like in use.
Mm-hmm.
They can take a call in there or have a meeting in there. We really wanted people to not have to leave the space to go do something. Like you said, we wanted to make it feel like everything is here for you that you need throughout the day.
And so you have coffee and beer, right?
And tea.
And tea.
And tea.
Yeah.
So do you guys have a license for the beer and wine? I'm assuming beer and wine. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
How about?
Well, let's talk about the programs.
Sure.
What are the programs that you offer and the prices too?
Yeah.
Court time play and all clinics and lessons.
Yeah. So we, for our programming, we have intro to paddle, and then beginner through advanced programming, like coaching clinics. So those will be an hour, $55 for non-members, $35 for members.
Okay.
Our intro to paddle sessions are all just $35. You don't need a membership for that. You don't need a membership for anything. It just discounts the price. And then we offer socials, which is round robin style play. With socials, we have basically rotations on and off the court. So there, you spend some time off of the court resting or socializing, and then Americanos are actually where you're on the court the whole time. And so those are 2 hours. Our socials are 20 for members, 30 for non-members. Our Americanos are 30 for members, 40 for non-members for
so
2 hours.
How much is a membership?
So
a year?
we have a couple different tiers.
Okay.
So we have, our main tier is just our premier membership, which is $120 a month, access to both locations.
Okay.
Okay.
We do offer an unlimited membership here.
Wow.
That's $300 a month, and you get unlimited court time and unlimited social.
In prime time too?
Photos. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's a
great
that's
deal, man.
that's a great deal.
You see people leading to that?
Oh yeah, and then when we threw in unlimited volleys
Really?
during
Wow.
off-peak times,
Okay.
we
Really?
actually
Okay,
grew that
so
membership quite a
that's
bit.
another question is
Yeah.
how many of those members do you have?
So we, across both locations right now, we have, well, across both Bay Area locations, we have around 300 members.
300 members. And how
So-
many of each tier do you have? The full access one, how many do you have?
Yeah,
I feel that's going to be popular.
Yes,
300 is
yes.
very reasonable.
We have one more tier, which is actually our most popular tier.
Okay.
It's a squad membership.
Squad.
Squad. So essentially,
You could stay here overnight?
this is actually our cheapest tier. And it's essentially, if you come in with a group of 5 friends, you get half off of your membership fee. So it's only $60 a month.
That's good. That's interesting. It's repeat it again.
Yeah.
It's called a squad membership.
Okay.
And so you can have 5 to 7 members of your squad. But if you all sign up together, and this is just, again, we're trying to, promote the kind of community aspect of the sport. You always have some.
I love
I
that.
got to tell you, that's so smart.
I know.
I always want to join something, and he's so cheap, he never wants to join. Just because, so if you do a group and make it less,
That's great.
somebody like Jules would then join.
Yeah,
I mean,
I love that. So
it's such
how
a
much is
great
that? So everybody
smart.
pays 50% up, but somebody's a leader and brings the other 4 people, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So how much is that?
So it's $60 a month for every member of the squad.
How many do you have? What's the minimum group?
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that is great because you know what? That's what happens. You feel more comfortable coming with friends that you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, oh, some people it's too expensive. But that's a great deal.
And that gives you access just to the club. And what are the perks for that?
Discounts, right?
So it's essentially the same perks as our premier membership, which is 50% off booking, just court reservation.
Wow.
So a regular court reservation for non-members is $40 per person per hour. This makes it $20. And then, like I said, the discounts on clinics, so 35 instead of 55. Discounts on tournaments, league, and all of that.
So what's your goal with members? Where do you want to be? You say you have 300 members. Where do you guys want to be when it comes to your membership?
Oh my gosh.
What's your goal? I mean,
We've already gotten, just with January, everyone wanting to
lose the extra 5 pounds during the Christmas.
we've had huge 3 days. It's, ideally and I think with the growth of this place, too, just over the last couple of months, ideally we double that by maybe.
Okay, so let me a complaint that we get, and we talk with Cesc about this. Now the members, you got too many members, and all of them want to play at the same time at the same peak hour. Mm-hmm. Are you getting to that level where they complain that, hey, I'm playing unlimited?
So it's 600 where that is, that you don't want to go past that because you're going to have that situation, or do you feel like it could be sooner than that?
So we actually have an unlimited membership in Embarcadero, and we had to cap that. We only have 3 courts there. It was very popular, and so we've capped that now.
So how many?
We've capped that at 25.
Just 25 members?
Mm-hmm.
So this is 6 courts.
Yeah.
When you're at 300 and you're going to go 600.
We're hoping that, I think a lot of that will be squad members and premier
Okay,
members. Yeah,
okay,
so not
gotcha.
unlimited.
And the limited is for both clubs.
It's only for your home club. You get 5 unlimited uses at the other club
Okay.
per month.
And I also see you guys have cameras here.
Yes.
Which company do you guys go with?
Clutch.
That's
Clutch.
cool. We interviewed them. Great company.
Yeah.
I see they put the audio there too, right?
Yeah.
They have some great, AI stuff that they're putting together. It's proprietary, which is great.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what do you see the usage of the AI cameras? Are people using it? Are players are using it?
Yeah, I mean, so we actually just installed these. We had one on our court for that did like a live stream for it. We hosted the USPA 2000 here.
USPA 2000?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
2000. Wow,
Yeah.
that's
It was
great.
an
Yeah.
amazing.
Jessica complained that she didn't sleep for like 2 days.
She did an excellent job. She was our tournament director. It was incredible. But we had so many of our members who, I mean, a lot of them came out to watch like the finals and stuff, but for those who couldn't get here, they were watching our live stream, which is super cool. And you know, they were commenting on there too, and it's funny, after that tournament, the uptick in like bookings and like clinics and stuff, because you see like players, you know, who are great, you're like, I want to do that. It was a great just promotion for our club as well. So the live stream was very popular, and then we realized people, just, you know, like filming their matches, and we've even had a couple of our coaches do like video sessions with our players, and especially, you know, obviously you can get on the court and do a clinic or private lesson. That's awesome. But being able to like review video of yourself is also very.
So what is in the future plans for Park Padel?
Future plans. I mean, we would definitely like to expand across the Bay Area. We're looking at a couple different locations.
Wow,
right
you
now.
guys are going fast, huh?
And yeah, I mean, we're really focused on building the community here and just seeing those, you know, numbers go up, and then also in US Sacramento as well.
Who are your coaches here? That's usually Jules' question.
Yeah. So we just had an amazing certification here for 3 days with Padel Smash Academy. So we have 3 coaches coming out of that that are going to help do some assistant coaching here. And then we have our head coach ready and waiting to come from Spain. We're just waiting on his visa approval.
Visa, wow.
Oh, excellent.
Yep. And then Aitana Comas, who's been with us since the beginning. She was here yesterday, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, great. So she, was our head coach at Embarcadero. And is now moved up to be our associate racket sport director. And so she is also still, taking lessons and helps coach both here and in Embarcadero as well.
Now, with the coaches, I'm going to ask you as a club owner, what are your expectations from a coach? I talk to a lot of club owners, and they vary. Some people are just, okay, I'm bringing the players in, and I need a coach. And some are, I need help soliciting more players to the club. Mm-hmm. What are your expectations when it comes to a coach?
I mean, all of that. We want someone who obviously is excellent on court, and then someone who can build just a really robust programming schedule and manage that schedule and make adjustments based on, customer feedback and kind of just the new flux of customers coming in and making sure we have a space for everyone to learn at their level. So that's really important. And, programming does change as the club grows and the, community grows, right? We had a ton of our, intro to paddle beginner clinics at the beginning because, as the sport as people were becoming more familiar with the sport, and now we have to offer a lot more intermediate and like low advanced clinics, which we didn't actually have to do in the beginning because our players weren't there yet. And we did some adjustments to our programming also with we used to just do socials, and we got the feedback that people, especially at the intermediate to advanced level, don't like cooling down. They want it more, so then we adjusted our programming to still include socials for some of our beginners who actually like the, rest in between play, but adjusted that to offer Americanos. So essentially we want our coach to be taking all of that feedback in from our customers and adjusting our offering as needed. And then someone, who goes out and finds business, and is for, and our coaches do an amazing job with this, but for leagues or tournaments, we lean on them to fill those.
That's great.
And so they're messaging their clients and their network, and to make sure that, we're filling our program.
So which platform do you guys go with? when it comes to scheduling and processing of
We are now on Playtomic.
Playtomic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you always been
Yeah.
Playtomic, or?
We started with Play by Point.
Okay.
Switched over to Playtomic. We really liked sort of the rating system with Playtomic and how it updates, with competitive matches. Playtomic also does a great job with open matches. So you're essentially able to post your match through the app, and anyone in the area who is searching for where they want to play. And
Do you guys see a lot of usage of that
Yeah,
or not?
we do. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And especially folks who are coming. Obviously, the app is huge in Europe. So a lot of our international players know the app already, and they're on there, and they
Definitely,
are,
100%.
Yeah, we're right next to SFO, and so we've even had people they land at the airport. They're visiting San Francisco, and they open Playtomic, and they find us.
Great.
Yeah, that's what I do when I go to Europe. Playtomic.
Beautiful.
What I use is that. So, if you're interested in playing here, you can find them at Playtomic. Or where else can they find you if they're where else can they get more information about the club?
More information about the club. So yes, we're on Playtomic, and then our website, which is just parkpadel.com.
Beautiful.
And all of our schedule is there, and our different offerings and ways to play.
Great.
Is there anything else, Katie, you want to talk about before we close this out?
Thank you guys for leading the certification here, and just even just getting the feedback from a couple of the attendees. It just sounds like there was so much great learning, and they got a lot out of it. So.
Yeah, this is a big stepping stone for them. I mean, there's much more to, but we have our online platform where they have access to it for the next 6 months to really keep on feeding them good information. So.
And you got a good group there.
Yeah.
You got a good group there. We have a second level. I think they can, definitely use. But we have a few people there that have experience already. In the racket sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
I'm excited about this crew. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Katie.
Congratulations,
Thank you, everyone.
Katie.
Congratulations.
Good job. It looks great.
Good.
Come back soon.
Yeah, we will, for sure.